We ask that there be a greater spirit of compassion in the world so that we may empathize with others suffering, see their needs, and help everyone who is suffering. A never-ending love that is grounded in serenity and faith, Lord. Tell me about your friendship with Shane and what, in your opinion, makes him a fantastic artist. I believe that the essence of our friendship is that I admire and respect him, and I love him unconditionally. Conversely, I adore him entirely and totally, yet there is nothing but compassion and knowledge in his heart and head. The same is true here for Johnny. The experience with Shane is like stepping into wildly different pairs of shoes every day. You just wear a different pair of shoes every day, some of which are really tight. Well, you're going to the frontier of humanity with this guy, you know? It's like it doesn't get you're going to be forced to think about something at all times. Like the pain in your foot would be, 247, or the comfort of whatever boot or thing you put on it, since Shane claims him to be his brother in essence. Shane embellishes your experience. Can a song capture a lifetime? Johnny Depp eventually broke the quiet during his buddy Shane MacGowan's burial. In addition to evoking strong feelings, Johnny Depp's heartfelt farewell to Shane MacGowan, the frontman of the Pogues, is also well known for the Fairytale of New York, passed away. After overcoming pneumonia and leaving a mark beyond his music, the funeral on Sinead O'Connor's birthday featured friends and forgiveness in unexpected ways, revealing MacGowan's counsel to death during his legal troubles. As thousands of people crowded Dublin's streets, the city echoed with his melodies, turning sorrow into a celebration of a life that deeply molded the tapestry of Irish culture. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel before we go on. It serves as our inspiration. When Johnny Depp reached out to the coffin of his close friend and the Pogues vocalist, it was a moving moment. Shane MacGowan, who passed away last week after battling pneumonia, is best known for the beloved holiday song Fairytale of New York, which is expected to top the charts this season. The Irish vocalist was discharged from the hospital over a week ago after receiving treatment for viral encephalitis, a condition that causes inflammation in the brain. Yesterday, December 8th, which would have been Connor's 57th birthday, was when his funeral took place. Notable people, including Nick Cave, attended the service at St. Mary of the Rosary Church in Nennis County, Tipperary, in large numbers. The main vocalist of Hothouse Flowers, Liam Omi, and actors Bob Goff and Depp recited the faithful's prayers at the service. Depp, who is most known for his work in the Pirates of the Caribbean film series, had previously attended the wedding of Juan and Victoria. In a very touching moment, singer Depp was seen softly tapping Mary Clark-Can's casket, which was taken to the front of the church and wrapped in an Irish tricolor flag. The casket was placed next to a large monochrome photo of the Pogues. Later, a group of people, including Depp, helped move MacGowan's casket out of the ceremony, which caused the guests to applaud loudly throughout the funeral service. Offering mementos in honor of her late husband, Miss Clark included an album by Johnny Depp, describing the actor as a devoted fan of the Pogues' lead singer. She also told the mourning crowd that her late husband was a forgiving individual who had no animosity toward anyone. Addressing the Hollywood actor Depp, she began her remarks with, "I hope you don't mind me saying this, Johnny, but when Johnny was in court over his ex-wife Amber, Shane had a lengthy conversation with you, didn't he? And he asked you to forgive Amber? I'm sure you have by now, haven't you?" "Of course you have, but yeah, he just wouldn't hold a grudge against anyone, wouldn't see the bad in anyone." especially toward the end when Amber Heard was embroiled in a bitter legal battle with Depp following the breakdown of their 15-month marriage, which was marked by a string of acrimonious lawsuits centered around allegations of abuse from both Depp and his former spouse. Finally, in December, Eli settled their defamation cases against one another following a turbulent 5 years of heated court battles. Before the casket was brought into the church, Miss Clark was seen weeping and in a state of sorrow. She said that everyone had expected him to return home, so their loss had come as a shock. Over 30,000 people attended the service. There was no room for seats. The police had to block off large areas of South Dublin to make room for the large number of people paying their respects to the star as his casket was being carried through the city. At the funeral, former Sinn Féin leader Gerry Adams gave a brief introduction, praising McGraw's extraordinary skill and saying that his music will live on forever. The crowd applauded and even cheered at his words. Shane's trip began in a horse-drawn carriage from South Lots Road, traveling down Pierce Street and ending at Westland Row. This gave his ardent supporters, who loved him dearly, the chance to say goodbye to him one more time as the funeral procession passed the McMahon Bridge in Dublin. MERS erupted in cheers as an homage to the singer. The Departed was performed, featuring the melodies of A Wet Night in Soho and A Fairytale of New York. As the funeral procession passed by Sweeney's Pharmacy in the center of Dublin, a place made famous in James Joyce's Ulysses in front of Sweeney's Pharmacy in downtown Dublin, members of the community threw bouquets of flowers and musicians performed A Pair of Brown Eyes. Grieving people followed Shane MacGowan's funeral procession through the streets of Dublin, many of them clutching pictures of him. At one point, the funeral procession stopped on Westland Row, while the Aranese Band performed his well-known Christmas song, Fairytale of New York. A group of musicians led the grieving people in an emotional rendition of the Pogues' holiday favorite Fairytale of New York. Everyone used to be afraid of the dentist, so when I was very small, I had teeth extracted. However, I did string out the tooth and then put on the door handle there. They wouldn't explain what they were going to do, and then they would just bang the door and the tooth would come out when he laughed, and you would know that his mouth spread wide. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon!